Welcome to the 2018 SunSmart IRONMAN 70.3 Busselton Athlete Race Briefing. The event is proudly owned and managed by Triathlon WA, and 2018 will be the 35th year of this event as the Triathlon WA State Long Course Championships. The event is unique as all proceeds from the event are invested back into the development of the sport in Western Australia via Triathlon WA and our affiliated clubs. Triathlon WA is proud to partner again with Muscular Dystrophy WA, our aligned charity partner of the iconic SunSmart IRONMAN 70.3 Busselton event. Muscular Dystrophy WA is an organisation dedicated to enriching the lives of Western Australians living with muscular dystrophy and neuromuscular conditions. The Triumph Over Muscular Dystrophy initiative allows participants to leverage their Ironman efforts into significant funds for a great cause. A crucial aim today is to provide practical help to improve the quality of life of people living with muscular dystrophy. Thank you to everyone who's made a donation or fundraise for this cause through this event. Look out for their purple t-shirts at the event. Their staff and volunteers will be cheering you on. Further to this race briefing, athletes are required to read the Athlete Information Guide, which contains additional information. This is available online at www.busseltonfestivaloftriathlon.com.au. If you have any further questions following the race briefing, please see the Triathlon WA staff located at the Athlete Services Desk in the registration marquee. Athlete check-in will take place at the following locations and times. Friday the 4th of May, 12 p.m. to 5 p.m, Barnard Park, Busselton. Saturday the 5th of May, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m, Barnard Park, Busselton. To complete athlete check-in, you need to present photo ID. You will then be given your race pack, which includes a swim cap, race number, bike sticker, timing chip, bag sticker, pump sticker for track pump storage, and athlete wristband. Your athlete wristband must be worn at all times, including completing bike check-in and collecting your bike and gear bag post-event. After collecting your race kit from the volunteers, you'll need to head over to the timing desk to make sure that your details are correct. Ensure you look at your name and age category. Make sure that you've received the correct swim cap colour for your wave start. These will be posted on the website and at Athlete Check-in. Bike check-in is open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday the 5th of May at Barnard Park, Busselton. Prior to entering the bike check-in area, please make sure your bike stickers are secured as per the instructions. All helmets are to be brought in on race morning and not left on the bikes overnight. The stickers are not to be modified in any way as the timing chip inside won't work. If you adjust your sticker, you will not be allowed into transition. Technical officials will carry out a visual inspection of your bike. It is the athlete's responsibility to make sure that your bike is in safe working order. Officials may check for things such as front and rear brakes and end plugs on handlebars. Please note, bikes may not be removed from transition on race morning. A bike mechanic will be available in the transition area at the following times only. Saturday the 5th of May, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sunday the 6th of May, for emergency assistance only, a mobile mechanic will be in transition. Pre-race, 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. for individuals and teams. This assistance may cost the athlete, and this is at the discretion of the mechanic and will be agreed on by all parties prior to work commencement. There will be 2 on-course bike mechanics on motorbikes between 7 a.m. and approximately 5 p.m. to assist you with giving you replacement parts only. They cannot assist you other than advising. No outside help is permitted due to unfair advantage. Mechanics can be identified by way of orange vests branded with the Bike Doctor logo. All parts must be paid for post-race. Your bib number will be recorded for contact purposes. Individual and team transition will be open from 5 a.m. to 6:45 on race morning. These times will be strictly adhered to, so make sure you set your alarm. Only competitors, race officials and event staff are allowed in transition. Bikes cannot be removed for a warm-up on race morning. Bring your helmet with you on race morning to be checked by Triathlon Australia technical officials. No bags are to be left in transition. Please use the secure bag compound with your Busselton 70.3 issued competitor bag and pump number provided at registration. Please note these are the only bags that will be accepted in the bag compound. We accept no responsibility for items misplaced during the event. The bag drop will be located in the main event marquee. Sunscreen will be provided in the transition area. Please remember to apply and reapply during the day. The Funky Trunks 1.9 kilometre swim consists of a 1-lap swim course. The swim cut-off time for individuals is 1 hour 10 minutes from your wave start. The swim cut-off time for teams is 1 hour from your wave start. The swim start will take place on the beach opposite Brown Street. The event incorporates a beach start for all athletes. Professional, age group and team competitors will all head off in wave starts. Wave start times will be provided in the Athlete Information Guide and at race registration. Please note these start times are subject to change and will be promoted at check-in if this is the case. Wearing a swim cap is compulsory and you must wear the cap provided to you in your race pack. Any swimmer missing their start time will be able to start later, but the start time will not be corrected. You will only be permitted to access the start area once your wave is called based on your allocated wave start time. You will need to listen to the commentators so you hear when your wave start is called. You must cross the timing mat before entering the beach or you won't be registered as a starter. The mats are located in the chute leading to the beach. If you start the swim course but do not complete it and are withdrawing from the event, please ensure that you see our dropout clerk to record your withdrawal at the bag compound area in the main marquee. If you need assistance during the event, please put one arm straight up and water safety will make their way to you. At all times in the swim, please be considerate to other swimmers. Please sight often and aim to swim around and not over slower swimmers. Please notify the water safety crew if you see a swimmer in distress. In the event that we are required to evacuate everybody from the swim course, you will hear continuous whistles blowing. Please follow the instructions of the water safety officers as they direct you to the nearest evacuation point. Once you've left the water, please return to the start area for further instructions. Please refer to the Athlete Information Guide in relation to wetsuits that can be used and the list of banned wetsuits. The use of wetsuits will be determined based on water temperature and the interim decision will be posted at Athlete Check-in on Saturday the 5th of May between 9 AM and 5 PM and the final decision will be announced on race morning over the PA in transition. The possibility of this being a mandatory wetsuit swim is a consideration and athletes need to be aware that swimming without a wetsuit may not be permitted. This is based on athlete safety and athletes must have access to a suitable wetsuit. No fins, aqua socks, gloves, paddles, snorkels or flotation devices of any kind are allowed. No individual paddlers or escorts are allowed either. Any assistance required during the swim will result in a disqualification if forward progress was made. Athletes are permitted to hold on to water safety craft so long as there is no forward progress made. Water safety and or medical personnel reserve the right to remove an athlete from the course if deemed medically necessary. If an athlete is reported for an infringement during the swim, they may be required to serve a 4-minute time penalty in a designated area prior to entering the swim bike course. Athletes found not to have completed the entire swim course will be disqualified. At the swim finish, you will pass through a timing chute to the showers, then into transition. Move to your bike to remove your swim gear, which is wetsuit, cap and goggles, and only discard your swim gear at your bike position. The team cyclist will wait for the swimmer in the team's changeover area in transition. The cyclist may have their helmet and race number on while waiting for the team swimmer and they'll meet the cyclist in the team changeover area. They take off their timing band and hand it to the team cyclist who must put it on their ankle. The team cyclist can move to their bike once they have the timing chip securely on their ankle. You must not mount your bicycle until reaching the designated mount zone. You must not touch or otherwise interfere with another competitor's equipment in the transition area. No MP3 players or communication devices are to be taken on the bike course. There will be a dropout clerk located in the bag compound in the main marquee area. If for any reason you do not complete or start the cycle course, please report to the dropout clerk to record your withdrawal. If the swimmer does not make the cut-off time, the team cyclist will be allowed to start at the discretion of officials, but the team will be recorded as it did not finish. The cycle course consists of 2 laps starting from Barnard Park. Individuals have 5 hours total race time from their swim start to complete the cycle course, and the teams have 4 hours and 15 minutes total race time from their swim start to complete the cycle course. While on the cycle course, please keep to the left at all times unless overtaking. Be aware faster riders will approach you from behind at high speed. This event is using the 12-metre draft ruling. Please use caution on Geograph Bay Road. Later in the day, team cyclists and runners will be utilising the same road. Markers will be used to separate the run and cycle course. Please make sure you're aware which side of the road you should be riding or running on. At the end of lap 1, once you've completed the 180-degree turn, you'll need to move to the right-hand side of the lane as you pass transition to start lap 2. This is to allow for merging from the transition area. At the conclusion of your second lap, take a right turn at the roundabout at Brown Street and head to the dismount line. The cycle course rules. Athletes may walk their bike if necessary, but may not make progress on the bike course unaccompanied by their bicycle. Shoes and a top must be worn at all times while cycling. Absolutely no drafting off another bicycle or any other vehicle is allowed. Athletes must ride single file on the far left side of the bike course at all times unless making a pass or for safety reasons. An athlete observed deliberately discarding equipment, bidons or rubbish trash on the course, other than in the designated disposal zones at the aid stations, may receive a red card. Athletes found not to have completed the entire bike course will be disqualified. Athletes are not permitted to wear headphones or communication equipment. This event uses the 12-metre gap ruling, 12 metres from your front wheel to the back wheel of the cyclist in front. An athlete's draft distance may overlap the draft distance of another athlete in the following circumstances: in passing the forward athlete, but not for a period of more than 25 seconds, for safety reasons, for an aid station, for leaving and entering the transition area, or for making an acute turn. Drafting is dangerous. This may result in a blue card and a 5-minute time penalty. Athletes must keep left at all times to avoid blocking faster passing competitors. This may result in a yellow card and time penalty served in the penalty box. Passing on the left-hand side of another athlete is dangerous and may result in a blue card and a 5-minute time penalty. Blatant littering outside of the designated littering zones before and after an aid station is a red card and likely a DQ. Athletes who receive a red card can appeal against the decision with the race referee. 3 blue cards can result in a DQ. There are 2 penalty boxes on the course, one on the outbound lap on Chewett Drive and the other is located on the inbound lap on Carey Street. All penalty boxes have visible signage. Issuing of a blue or yellow card for any course infringement requires the athlete to stop at the penalty box on the lap where the infringement occurs. Public urination is a disqualifiable offence. Time penalties for a blue card is 5 minutes. For a yellow, it is to stop under direction of the penalty box official. If you receive a red card, you can continue to race, but you will be addressed by the race referee with a likely DQ. It is the athlete's responsibility to know where the penalty boxes are located and to present the nearest one on the lap that the penalty is incurred. There are 2 bike aid stations that you pass through on each lap of the bike course. All pickups from the aid station are on the left-hand side. Drinks will be dispensed in the following order: water, ISO Sports and water. Please make sure you slow down when going through the aid station. Call out to the volunteers loudly what product you would like. The blue bottles will contain water, the pink bottles will contain ISO Sports. Toilets are located at aid stations. If you need to go to the toilet, please use the facilities provided. Bidon disposal sites are located in the approach to the aid stations. Warning signs will be present to advise you of the area where you can dispose of the litter. Littering on the course outside of the designated zones is a disqualifiable offence. Caution is advised when passing through aid stations. Slow down to a speed that you can safely collect bidons from the volunteers. Be aware of other riders that are passing through the aid stations that are not collecting bottles. Transition 2. Ensure that you dismount before the dismount line and follow directions from the officials and the volunteers into the transition area. Return your bike to the allocated bike rack. Rack your bike before removing your helmet. Only discard your bike gear in the allocated area. You must not touch or otherwise interfere with another competitor's equipment in the transition area. For teams transition, once you have racked your bike back in your allocated slot, move toward the team's transition area and exchange your timing chip with your team runner. If the cyclist does not make the cut-off time, the team runner will be allowed to start at the direction of the officials, but the team will be recorded as a DNF. The Mizuno Run Course is a 21.1 kilometre 3-lap run course along Geograph Bay foreshore. Individuals have 7 hours 30 minutes total race time from their swim start to complete the run course. Please note there is a cut-off time for individuals to start their 3rd lap. This must be commenced by 3 p.m. If you do not commence the lap by 3 p.m, the race director will withdraw you from the course and you will be recorded as a DNF. Teams have 6 hours and 45 minutes total race time from their swim start to complete the run course. Please note there is a cut-off time for teams to start their 3rd lap. At the completion of the 1st and 2nd laps, participants remain on the road and pass the finish chute before heading back to run entry to complete their next lap. You cannot enter the finish chute until the completion of your 3rd lap. Race number is compulsory and is to be worn on the front during the run. Run course rules. Please remember, keep left unless overtaking another runner. There will be cyclists riding in front of the male and female lead runners. Please ensure you keep left and follow instructions from these lead cyclists. No form of locomotion other than running, walking or crawling is allowed. Crawling is only allowed in the finish chute, and an athlete observed crawling will be assisted by medical personnel and may be withdrawn from the event. Athletes must wear their race number bib on the front of their top or race belt, and the number must be visible at all times. No individual support vehicles or non-participant runners are allowed. An athlete observed deliberately discarding equipment, gels, cups or rubbish trash on the course, other than when entering or leaving an aid station, may receive a red card. A shirt or racing top must be worn at all times. Shoes must be worn at all times also. Athletes found not to have completed the entire course will be disqualified. Athletes are not permitted to wear headphones or communication equipment during the run legs. No iPods, listening devices at all on the run course. There will be 2 double-sided aid stations situated on the run course. Aid Station 1 will contain water, cola and ISO Waste Sports. Aid Station 2 will contain water, cola, ISO Waste Sports, Ironman protein bars and gels and lollies. There will be bins provided to dispose of litter at the aid stations on the run leg. Warning signs will be present to advise you of the area where you can dispose of the litter. Littering on course outside of the designated zones is a disqualifiable offence. Toilets are located at the aid stations on the run course. At the completion of the 3rd lap, participants veer to the left side of Geograph Bay Road and into the finish chute at the northern corner of Barnard Park. Ensure race number is facing to the front so you can find your finish photos later. For the safety of spectators and other competitors, only athletes are allowed in the finish chute. You will be disqualified if you bring your children or supporters into the finish chute. Volunteers will collect your timing band after you cross the line. If your timing band and chip is not returned, you will be required to pay a replacement fee. If at any stage you withdraw from the race, please ensure that you return your timing chip to the dropout clerk at the bag compound in the main marquee area. This is important so that race officials are aware that you are not still on course. Team finishers can join the rest of the team to run down the chute. No children or friends are allowed in the recovery area. Please arrange to meet them at a central location after the finish. Recovery items located inside the athlete recovery area include muffins, cookies, fruit, cola and water. Trained medical professionals will be on hand if required. Our official physiotherapy partner, Star Physio, will be located in the recovery tent for post-race massages. Bikes may be removed from transition once the last competitor has completed the bike course and exited transition onto the run course. For security purposes, all athletes must display their race number to event officials at the transition area exit point to ensure you are leaving with the correct bike. Soft presentations for top 3 place getters, male and female, will take place on Sunday the 6th of May at approximately 11:15 a.m. beside the finish line. The Athletes Award function will be held at 6 p.m. Sunday the 6th of May in the main event tent. Celebrations commence 4 p.m. until 8 p.m. with entertainment, hot food options and a bar. See you all there to celebrate your achievements. And remember, this race would not be possible without the dedication of over 500 volunteers. A smile and a thanks goes a long way, so don't forget to show your appreciation out on course. As a fellow athlete, stay safe, have fun, and I'll see you at the finish line of the biggest and best Ironman 70.3 in Australia.